everybody, it's Femtrooper, and today I want to talk about games to play when you're sick. Yes, this week is Halloween, but do you know what's even more scary? Being sick. Yeah, I have some kind of cold right now, and last week my voice was gone completely, and that was very frustrating, but hey, we made lemonade out of lemons, so I'm okay with it. Today though, my voice, although kind of raspy, I want to talk to you guys about games that are great to play when you're not feeling well, when you're sick, and you want to play a game, you want to relax. So what can you do? Before we get into it, of course, please subscribe if you're not, click like, and let me know what games you like playing when you're feeling under the weather. So I'm going to do this in more of a category way than like a specific game kind of way, so that you can kind of find a category you're like, you know, I like that, and then pick within it. I think that is really helpful. So the first category is visual novels. A visual novel is great when you're sick because you really don't have to do that much. So I think they're really good if you're like really sick. So you're in bed, you can't do much, you feel horrible, you just want to basically stare at something. A visual novel is great for that because you're still clicking and it's still a game, but you're not having to like, you know, jump to another platform or, battle somebody and have quick reflexes. So a visual novel is really nice, and there are visual novels in every genre you can imagine. I mean, you could play a horror visual novel, you can play a romance game, you could play an otome game. There's so many visual novels to play. There's sci-fi, there's slice of life. There's every genre you can imagine. And with visual novels, some are more interactive than others. If you're really sick, a pure, true visual novel that's just reading might be a really fun idea, and maybe something that if you have always been on the fence and you're sick, it's like maybe this is a great time to give something a try. Maybe it's that time where you're like, you know what, I'm gonna give Steins Gate Elite a try. In the same realm as visual novels, if you're sick, I think it's a great idea to play a murder mystery game or just a mystery game because they're kind of spooky. It is that time of year, but they're also just really, captivating and thrilling and interesting. And I know a lot of people want to watch, a cheesy, true crime thing or a true crime drama when they're sick, and you just chill out and, watch something really messed up. Well, do that with a video game. Play something like Danganronpa. Play something like Emio the Smiling Man. Those are all games that you could play, or even, 999, the Zero Escape series. Super freaky, super creepy, and they're going to give you exactly what you want. You're going to get a big surprise at the end. You're going to get like a creepy villain. Those are all really fun things that you're going to get out of a murder mystery game. And they usually are visual novels, but not always. Like you could decide, you know what, I really want to play an Ace Attorney game. I really am feeling that courtroom drama. So play something like that. I feel like it's chill, it's relaxing, but it's also incredibly suspenseful. And that's a fun thing when you're sick. When you're sick, you want to be comforted. You want to feel good. And so that's why people have things like they eat chicken noodle soup, or they get a blanket and just cuddle up on the couch. But in game form, what is that? Well, to me, it's something new yet nostalgic. So what does that mean? It basically means something that is new, but it's giving like 80s, 90s vibes. So play something like, Star Ocean: The Second Story R, because yes, it's a remake of an older game and they kept it in that same really cool PS1 looking style. You have those HD 2D kind of graphics. Play Octopath Traveler, play Sea of Stars, play Chained Echoes, play games like that, because those are all games that are supposed to give off that same feeling you got when you were a kid playing like a 16-bit JRPG, but it actually is a new game. So even something like the Super Mario RPG remake, it's not done in 16-bit graphics or anything, but it is that same game you played as a kid, and now you can play it as an adult. You know what's going on, nothing crazy to expect, just a fun time. Of course, you can always just straight up go retro, play something old. Maybe play one of those Final Fantasies you've never played before, or play a game you have played before. Like I replayed Earthbound last year. Replay an older game. That is so much fun. Play the Pokemon trading card game on the Switch because it's on there on the online part. Play those, play Final Fantasy VI. Play a port of an older game on a newer console. Like I said, you can play a lot of these games on newer consoles. You can play them on like the Switch, or even something like play an old PS1 game on your Vita. That would be so much fun. Now, this next category might sound odd, but hear me out. Play a rhythm game. And no, I don't mean one where you're jumping around, so don't necessarily play Dance Dance Revolution, but I'm sorry, but I think Theater Rhythm is one of the most comforting, chill, relaxing games you can play, and I think when you're sick, just chilling out with your Switch and playing, a Final Fantasy piece is so much fun, and when you're sick, that's all you want. So there's a lot of different rhythm games that you can play handheld, or even just chill on your TV. I mean, I like a game called Thumper. That's a little bit maybe too fast, but if you're sick, I don't know, it depends on what kind of sick you are. Maybe you want to play it. And, you could play like Hatsune Miku, Project Diva F2, or you could play like Persona Dancing. They don't expect much of you. You don't need to do anything crazy. You're just hitting buttons. But some of them are actually pretty chill. Like play all the slower ballads from Final Fantasy and Theater Rhythm. It's such a peaceful time, and I think nothing is better, honestly, than playing Theater Rhythm when you're feeling crappy. Of course, there is the cliche answer of play something cozy. Now, I'm not really a cozy gamer. I don't play farming sims. However, I do play some cozy games, like, hey, Yoshi's Crafted World. That is one of the most chill platformers you can play. Like, play a Kirby game. Play Stray. To me, that was really cozy and chill. There's some platforming, but it's nothing, like, crazy. You're not, like, dodging attacks and aliens, and you're not, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's pretty chill. You're just kind of exploring. Play a game like that. I feel like a chill, down-to-earth platformer is a really nice way to do that. Yoshi is perfect for that. Honestly, I really recommend giving Yoshi's Crafted World a go, because that is just so chill, and there is some challenge to it. There's lots to collect, but same with Kirby, lots to collect there. It's a little bit more chill than like Donkey Kong, which is like super fast paced. Even something like the new Legend of Zelda, Echoes of Wisdom, or even Link's Awakening on the Switch. They're both pretty chill. Yes, they're both the Zelda games, but you have to think about what you're doing. You're kind of just chilling. The music is really good. It's given off a really good vibe, and I feel like if you're in bed blowing your nose, play those. Now, of course, if you're feeling a little bit better, you can play something fast with no consequences. So what do I mean by that? I basically mean there are consequences, but like if you're playing a platformer, there are consequences. You're gonna die, or you're gonna fall, or whatever. So I'm like, just play Mario Kart 8. Play that. Play Cruisin' Blast. Play something that's like outrageous, Wipeout 2048. Play something like that that's just like outrageous. It's fun, but you're just kind of going for it. You don't care. You're in bed. You're on the couch. You're snuggling up with your dog. It doesn't matter. You're just going for it. You're just, racing, and I think that's a really fun thing to do. I love Mario Kart 8. It's one of the most comforting games there is. I really truly recommend it because it's, to me, like the best, but there are so many different like kart racers out there, and to me it's like, yeah, you don't need to come in first. You're sick. Just chill. Come in last place. Just take it easy. Actually, like, look and see what you're driving past. Just chill. And of course, the last category of games that I do recommend is strategy RPGs, because you are not having to be really quick with your decision making. You can sit there, you can place things out. It's like playing a tabletop game. There is no, rush to do a move. So to me, playing something like Triangle Strategy or Fire Emblem is perfect, because when you're playing a game like that, you're just taking your time. So to me, it's perfect. You don't need to rush. It's not some action JRPG here. Just chill. Just take your time. The actual battles are like really long, so you can just sit there, do a big long battle, fall asleep, maybe do another one, enjoy the story. I absolutely love those games for that, because you can kind of chill out and just enjoy something that's actually quite intense and epic, but you're not, sweating and your heart's not like going crazy. They're just fun. All right, so those are my recommendations of games to play when you're sick. Obviously, you can play anything, but sometimes, you know, I don't necessarily want to play an action JRPG or a really fast-paced platformer or something like that. I want to play something more chill like Theater Rhythm or Yoshi's Crafted World, or something that's more story-driven like a visual novel, or maybe something that's a little bit more interactive but you're just clicking around and, you know, exploring. So something like a murder mystery game where you're just clicking on evidence, you're looking around a room. That's a little bit more chill, but it's also still really exciting, but not crazy enough where you can just chill out and, you know, if you fall asleep, you fall asleep. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I also hope my voice is a little better next week, but I am feeling a little bit better, and that is the reality when you have a young child. Viruses enter your home, I think, a little bit more than they did pre-kids. So that's just reality, but everybody gets sick sometimes. It is becoming winter, and that kind of sucks. But the games are amazing right now. So have fun playing a game. If you're sick, play a fun game to make yourself feel better, and I'll see you guys in my next video.